I cannot wait for Andi to take over as managing partner because I know the first thing my girl's gonna do is put you out on your smug ass.
You mean if she comes back? If she makes managing partner? Because you know one thing that white folks don't do? Promote scheming black bitches that try to kill their fiance.
Andi ain't trying to kill nobody.
So you admit it then?
Okay, folks. Now, I was looking at the comments. A lot of people responded to one of my recent videos. I can't remember if it's the one about can Fatima adjust to Robin's stricter rules at the law firm? I mean, honestly, when you really think about it, Robin isn't being strict. He's simply implementing or enforcing the rules that are already there. It's just that, Andi, Fatima, and whoever else have just been too, carefree about those rules. So it's like, hey, if it isn't too much trouble, can you please be at your desk and working while you're on the clock like we pay you for? So any sort of like personal errands and whatnot that you need to handle, you got to do that on your own time. But it's just one of those things where I look at the other video I did of the episode 7 synopsis. I believe Game Recognizes Game. Something about there being a fallout between Robin and Fatima. And I'm like, oh man, is she going to get fired? Is she going to quit? All due to the fact that maybe she just can't handle the fact that I can't believe I have to do my job while I'm on the job. I don't know. I'm just working what they give me. But this particular video, I want to focus on the idea, and this is kind of an extension of Fatima's, reaction to Robin telling her that she needs to do her job. Now, prior to Robin popping up at the firm in episode 3, you kind of had the back and forth between Fatima and Hayden. And the fact that we look at a situation where Fatima makes it clear, like, oh, when my girl Andi makes partner, the first thing she's going to do is bounce your slimy behind out of here. And I wanted to ask the question of, even when, and I say when rather than if, because based off stuff we already know, Andi will become partner. I don't think it happens until like episode 20 or something. I think the title is Boss Lady. I covered this information months ago, but we do know she will eventually, make it to partner level. My question is, even when she makes partner, will she even be able to fire Hayden? I know that sounds like kind of a dumb question. Jeremy, of course she's partner. I think it goes a bit deeper than that because of the fact that, I'm not defending Hayden. I'm laying out the facts, okay? When you think of partner, I think about the fact that Barnes, her last name, is not the only last name on the side of the building. I think it's like 3 or 4 other names. Then, of course, with the reintroduction of Robin, he also confirms that he is still, majority owner or close to majority. Basically, he's like the owner of the whole thing. So, it's kind of like when it comes to the president of the United States, the president just can't do whatever. It has to go through, the Supreme Court, Congress, this, that, and a third, and, people can veto it, and then, the votes have to happen. So it isn't like, the person who, and also this is not meant to coincide with the election tomorrow. I'm just like, just regurgitating random information right now. But essentially, considering there's a bunch of people involved with being, partners, I just figured that Andi couldn't just fire Hayden randomly like that. I mean, could she come up and present good reasons? Yeah, but the thing is, if you go back to some of those earlier seasons, Andi had the ammo to end Hayden whenever. I think one of the most damning pieces of evidence was when she had the phone records and whatnot that he had been tapping phone lines or, listening to private conversations that it goes against company policy. And there are a number of reasons why he could have been fired, but I don't think Hayden could actually be axed so easily and so quickly, because based off what Robin said to Hayden in the last episode, hey, we're short staffed right now, which is something that's kind of random. I never felt that at any point in the entire series there was any indication that the law firm was short staffed. I mean, the only thing is, oh no, one of our partners died, but that's about it. I mean, then remember Bellamy and Morris got booted out in season 1. So, that's 2 people in season 1. And then this one person or one partner that died in season 7. And that's about it. But in any case, Robin also mentioned some of Hayden's stats, which, are below Andy's, but still very high. And like I said before, he's a slime ball, but Hayden has proven on a number of occasions that he isn't top tier like Andi, but he is debatably second best. And I'd say debatably because let's be honest here, kind of like, in a classroom setting like Saved by the Bell or Boy Meets World, we only follow the story of a handful of students, not the entire class. So I guess it's safe to assume that Andi and Hayden are kind of the top dogs, with Andi being number 1. So if you look at the fact that Wayland something Jones, or whatever the heck the name of the firm is, the fact that they are allegedly short-staffed and Hayden is one of the top contenders of, being an attorney, kicking him to the curb would be dumb. Especially if, let's say, with Andy's caseload, he blows it out of the water. He does an amazing job, even as a tax attorney. That's something that needs to be, and Hayden brought it up, but even so, it's like, wow, despite being a tax attorney, you're able to handle this divorce attorney's caseload without a problem. So you're a valuable asset to the firm. And I honestly don't think it makes sense for Andi to be able to just get rid of Hayden like that just because, they don't like each other. I mean, like Robin said in the last episode, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. But it also goes back to the other point I've made a number of times about the whole, hey, Robin is shutting down Hayden, talking about Andi and, the trouble that seems to follow her wherever she goes. But he makes a good point in regards to like her reputation or her activities and how they badly influence the way some people look at the law firm. Like she's done a lot to damage the reputation of the law firm. So I don't think that firing Hayden would be that easy, nor would it be that smart of a thing to do. That's just my personal opinion. So it's just telling that Fatima believes that, oh yeah, once my girl Andi gets into this partner position, oh man, we're going to change this. But no, you're not. No, you're not. I mean, again, Robin coming back and is establishing the pecking order. So even if Andi makes this position, I feel like she won't be able to do a bunch of the things that she's been doing, like the freedom to come and go as she pleases. She's a partner now. And that's something I really wish that the white, I hate to just say the white dude, but let's just say one of the senior partners expressed to Andi that, you're a hell of an attorney. This Marie Willis case was amazing. One of the many examples of you being a shining star at this firm. But, you just have to understand that being partner comes with a lot of responsibility. So, things like you randomly popping in and out of the firm, it's just like, but then again, it's the Mary Sueism or plot armor of it all, where despite how negligent Andi is to her job, things just fall into her lap, like Maurice just randomly happening and say, hey, you know what? Her soon-to-be ex-husband is one of my customers. It's just one of those things where I definitely feel like when Andi makes partner, there needs to be more of a story arc that depicts her dealing with the hardships of that new responsibility. Like, this is what she's been working for, but then she comes to realize that, oh man, there's a lot that comes with it. Like, okay, I won't be able to move around as freely as I need to. And, the pressure of doing a good job is taken to another level, not just because, I mean, as far as I know, she might be like the first female partner at the firm. And on top of that, she's a black woman, but it's just a lot of things that I wish that, Andi could be challenged which could make for an interesting season 9 as opposed to, season 8, which isn't really off to the best start. And on top of that, Fatima, it's like, look, I mean, you're a paralegal, you're nobody's secretary, but just remember, you really ain't that high on the food chain. Take the gangsterisms out of it, your cousin and busting people's kneecaps and all that bull crap. Like Hayden said, this is a man's game. And I mean, yeah, it'll be, when Andi might ascend to it, to having her name on the side of the building, but The majority rules. So I highly doubt that Hayden's going down without a fight, and I wouldn't want him to, because if Andi tries to get him fired and he has to stand before the board, I'll be throwing everything in the kitchen sink at these people. Like, look, it's crazy. After everything I've done for this firm, y'all going to terminate me, but Andi's done all these things that have dragged the firm's name through the mud, and she gets rewarded by becoming partner. Yeah, she got the Marie Willis case, whoop-de-doo, but in the long run, it's going to bite you in the ass that she's made partner. And I honestly believe that. That's just me. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe. And I will catch you all in the next video.